everyone, and welcome to Between Plays Stock Market Strategies. And here we go once again with crypto with Alex. Hey, Al, how you doing today?
Amazing. You. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. I'm doing great. Okay, so basically, let's talk about Ripple a little bit. I mean, we've been talking here and there a little, and we've been sending each other some stuff on it, and I've just been awakened to the fact that I thought that not crypto, but I thought that XRP was just you know, let's put it this way, interchangeably. I just thought the name was interchangeable. Like you said, Ripple, you said XRP, and it just meant the same thing. But after doing a little bit of research, I'm realizing that Ripple is a network and XRP is the actual coin, let's say the cryptocurrency. Okay. So this whole SEC thing, I mean, like, I'm sort of understanding a little bit why they would do this, like why they would, say, hey, wait a minute here. And in your last interview when we were speaking, you were saying that it was created to, bring down or to take over the whole Swift system. And I mean, they say it themselves, right? I mean, I'm reading articles that it is there to replace these systems. I don't know, man. Like, what are you thinking on it? I mean, like, how do you see it a little bit? It's a little confusing.
Yeah, it's confusing because you have the Ripple Labs and then you have the XRP token, which is two different things. But yeah, for to answer the last question you just said, it's Ripple Network they call it. The Ripple Labs.
Yeah.
Even their project manager, Mr. Burla, he even said that in they're going within 5 years from now is to replace the Swift system.
Okay.
So
So,
that's big. We're talking about the ramifications of Bitcoin, of Ethereum, of whatnot. But this is a Swift system. This is the biggest thing. This is the economic powerhouse, if you wish,
yeah,
tool of the
transactions.
United States. I mean, this is it's going after the big kahunas there.
Yeah, and it's supposed to be a global transfer protocol, right? It's like it's a global money exchange, and it's not just XRP. I mean, you can exchange. Let's say if I wanted to buy euros, I don't need to go to a bank or to an exchange office. I could literally sit down here, go onto the Ripple network, okay, which is different from XRP coin, right? I can go
Right.
onto the Ripple network. I can literally take my Canadian dollar, buy XRPs on the Ripple network. Then I can go and exchange it for euros, and I will have euros like this. And their exchanges are extremely fast.
And not very expensive.
No, it's like point. You know what? I don't want to like make things up with the whole point of zeros and stuff like that, but let's just go a little bit into see if I can find where I saw that. So it's literally 0.0. Okay, I got to get these zeros right. So hold on. So 0.00001. Like super inexpensive. Transactions made between 3 to 5 seconds, and it kills what we would pay as fees anywhere else. Like, I don't know, man. I mean, like, does the SEC maybe somewhat have a little bit of a reason? I don't let's say case, let's say reason to at least look into it.
Well, I think they have no choice, Albert. I mean, look at the ramifications; they're way too big. I think, and also, I mean, first of all, it's the obvious first one to go and attack because of what we just said.
Yeah.
And second of all, they want to make precedent for everything else, for the whole cryptocurrency. And don't forget, they're coming out with their digital dollar, so they need to take over the digital space. And this is the first huge one. I mean, so here's the thing, right? So what's going on with XRP is that um, XRP is saying no, we're in the cash. We're in the cash division, right? We're in the
Yeah.
cash branch, if you wish. We're
Yep.
we're not a security. We're not a company. The XRP token are not shares. They're cash,
That's right.
right?
Yeah.
And so therefore, the SEC has, this is what the Ripple people are saying,
Yeah.
has no say into our business, right? We're
Yeah.
money. We're a transaction of money, and the SEC they
Well,
only
they're
have
money. They're saying
involved.
that they're money.
They're saying that they're money, right?
That's right. Yeah.
And then you have the government saying, no, you're like a company. XRP is just a stock. You have a company called Ripple Labs. You have a PDG, Brad Garlinghouse. You have everything that says that you are a company.
Yeah. So they're
So
saying,
therefore,
yeah,
we can legislate you, and we can do things like we do with other companies, right? So
yeah,
that's the big thing.
yeah. So just to back up a little bit, because you had said XRP is a stock. So XRP is, they're saying that XRP is a coin. That's what
Yeah.
Ripple's saying, right?
Oh
Ripple's
yeah,
saying
yeah, yeah, yeah.
coin.
Yeah, it's a
So they're
coin.
saying
Yeah,
it's a cash,
yeah.
but yes, it is absolutely. But Ripple is a network. Ripple is a centralized service. So it's so when we, it's just something that you sent to me, which I thought was characteristics of a security. You sent this to me, and it basically falls into, so the definition does not have any qualitative criteria, but instead consists of the word any, okay, followed by the terms like stock, bond, option, warrant, and dozens more, right? But then it says what it doesn't include is real assets like houses and precious metals and currencies. And that's exactly what you're saying now, is that um, XRP is saying that they're a currency.
Yeah.
XRP is a currency, and it is a currency because you can buy things and sell things with it. But I think it's the Ripple network that's the issue here.
I think obviously that's what it is, and they're trying to go after Ripple Network by attacking the actual token, right? So here's the
Is that
thing:
the
you can
smart thing
actually,
to do?
sorry, go ahead.
Is that the smart thing to do? Why? Like,
I don't know. I'm not a lawyer, but I think it's maybe the only play they have, or the easiest in their minds, right? Because don't forget about it. If by doing that, they're doing two birds with one stone, right? So
yeah,
they're attacking the whole coin market, and they're attacking the whole, because it's brand new, right? The whole coin
yeah.
thing.
You
What is a
know,
coin? Is it a stock? What is it? Is it a
well,
secure? What is it? That's what they're trying to find out. That's why this is so big.
it is big, and I don't know. I'm just looking at this from the outside. I mean, if I owned a company, okay, I don't know, we can't call it a company, right? But it seems like a company because I mean, doesn't some of the owners, I mean, what's the percentage of that they own? The insides own a certain percentage. What was that? Eight,
Six
six?
percent. It's written around ish. Yeah.
So yeah, so
Oh,
so there's like
the Ripple Labs. That's what they own.
Ripple Labs. So it's almost like inside ownership, right? Ripple Labs owns a certain percentage.
Yeah.
And you have the fact that I guess we can invest into I guess the coin. We can't really invest into Ripple. See, that's where I
You,
get confused.
you can actually, but it's under like a private not investigation,
Private
private
investment.
ownership, yeah, stuff like that. But you can't, it's not on the stock market. It's not.
But that's just it.
Yeah,
That's what's tricky about this.
yeah, very tricky. That's the question. I used to look at Ripple actually a while ago. I think it was in, gosh, 2015, 2016. I
Yeah,
used
we
to
we
own a bit
were,
of it.
you had introduced me to it back then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the thing is, back then with the whole problem was, well, does Ripple actually need XRP? Can their whole system work without having the actual XRP token? But they actually right now they're working with the whole debt, and you can actually do exchanges, but without using the actual XRP token. Um, but I
Well, it
guess it's a little bit
probably
more complicated, and it's more, you
well,
know.
it
Go ahead.
probably can.
Yeah, you
Probably.
can. You can.
So yeah, so you can. So
Yeah.
I mean, it's yeah, this is more interesting because I was listening to well, there's precedences that could be made for cryptocurrencies and stuff like that, depending on the outcome of this. If there's a judge that makes a decision, then in common law practice, whatever that is, it becomes jurisprudence, and that means that all the other tokens are going to be subject. But I mean,
That's
the
the whole
thing,
point. That's the whole point.
but that's just it. That's probably why they wanted to attack, I guess, the XRP, the cryptocurrency.
Right.
But the thing is, that's really tricky because Bitcoin doesn't work in that same
No,
manner.
no, it's not the same thing. I told you
No.
the thing with XRP is that, as I said, you can invest in Ripple Labs, but it's a different thing. It's more complicated. The
Yeah.
normal folks, they can't do it. So the way basically to invest in Ripple Labs is through their proxy, which is XRP. So
Yeah,
that's how people have been seeing it. But
yeah,
the moment that it's realized that you absolutely don't really need XRP for Ripple Labs to work, that's the
yeah,
big caveat, you know. It
exactly.
does XRP worth anything if that's the case. You understand what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, I do, and
so
that's
it's the only way for people to say, well, if I think Ripple Labs going to win. I think that Swift System is going to be taken down by, you know, honestly, I think it's utopia to think that, or you know, but you know, if you think that that's going to happen, then you put your stock or you buy coins of XRP. I think that's the way things are going right now. And the problem with XRP token, that's the other thing, is that because of the SEC is into it, Americans can't buy it, right?
yeah, because it's under investigation or it's in court or whatever.
Right.
And
Canadians can.
yeah, I bought. I did.
Okay.
I
I
bought
get so.
because yeah, because I'm not taking a chance of whatever. Because the thing is that it looks huge. It's almost like to me. This one is almost it's want to shoot yourself in the foot, especially when you're investing in it. You want them just to win and that's it. But I mean, we try to always be as we're as honest as possible. And it almost seems like I'm investing in a stock because the thing is
That's
that
the whole point of the SEC thing.
that's what I'm saying. That's why I don't want to say it because you know what I mean. Because
Yeah.
because I don't want them to, But in the way I feel about it
Yeah.
is that it's almost like an as a stock because the thing is that I mean it's like saying, well, if this digital if the Ripple network, okay, if the Ripple network, instead of saying this digital company or whatever, but if this that almost reminded me of Adam Sandler. Anyways, okay, so but if anyways, so if the Ripple network goes and let's say it becomes this huge digital centralized service that can make transactions within 3 to 5 seconds, dirt cheap. Whereas Bitcoin, and it has 100 billion tokens, I believe, on there.
A
Okay, but
lot.
it's pre-mined though. That's where the
Yeah.
big problem is that they're
Yeah.
pre-mined, right? And they
Yeah.
can just say, okay, here we'll put out as many as we want at a certain time, whatever. It's up to them, right? But they supposedly have stuff in place
So that, yeah, okay, so go ahead, and then I'm
to
gonna have
not
to bring up a point.
devalue us, right?
Yeah.
Not devalue us.
Yeah.
Now, the other problem that we have is that you have Bitcoin doesn't work in that way. I mean, they don't have
No.
a Ripple network, and
Nope.
their transactions anyways takes hours or something like that for
Yeah.
verification processes. And then to do exchanges, let's say like exchanging money, Canadian dollars for euros and stuff like that, it costs. You got to go somewhere in the whole 9 yards, and then you have certain transactions that could take days through banks, right? So this is a very fast and efficient service, which I mean probably could replace the Swift system. It creates a very big problem that it's not underneath the American government's hands because it belongs
Very
to somebody
big
else.
problem.
Very big problem.
Yeah.
And I guess they have to figure, because now if you look at what's going on in the world with um sanctions and stuff, let's say what happened with Russia because of the Ukraine thing and everything like that, right? One of the ways to sanction Russia was to say you're off the SWIFT system.
Boom.
Therefore, yeah, your
Yep.
transactions, you can't pay or you can't do this and you can't pay off your debts or you can't buy it. It was in order to create big problems for that because that's what the sanctions all about, right? It was to create some kind of chaotic event for that
It's a
country.
type of war without shooting a gun, right?
Exactly, right? Exactly. So
Yeah.
now if you have this one company that comes out of nowhere like Ripple and has a system that can way more efficient, faster validation processes are
Yeah.
like that, and you know, man, this is really big. It's much
It's
bigger than
huge.
what I saw.
It's huge. But here's the thing, right? So you touch up on a point. So they had X amount pre-mined the whole 9 yards. So on one side, the government's saying, well, listen, it's a centralized thing, right? You decide when it comes out, right? You created it. You decide when all those X amount of coins. But on the other side, the company says, well, no, it's in our protocol, sorry, and X amount comes out at X amount of times, and so on and so forth.
Yeah.
So, you know, who am I to say who's right, who's wrong? You guys decide. but it sure sounds more centralized than Bitcoin is, in my opinion.
Oh yeah, absolutely. But I think that it's well, from reading certain articles, it is more of a centralized service because things are yeah, there's an ownership. It's very yeah, but yes, I think we understand each other, and I think the people out there understand each other. It's almost like you have a few that are running this because they get to decide when the coins go out. It's not mined by different entities all over the place with a 21 million cap. There's 100 billion out there pre-mined by whom? I guess the people that are running the show. Well, if the
Mm-hmm.
people are running the show, that means that they own those coins and they get to say when it goes out. Therefore, it becomes centralized. That's the way I see it.
Well,
I
that's
mean,
the way I see it, but
that's the way I see it. I mean, if I pre-mined a ton of stuff and I say, well, this is when it goes out, well, I got the control. Well, it's centralized. But this is really. But the thing is that with all that aside, the system is unbelievably incredible that they've done. This is the perfect type system that I guess the governments of the world would probably want because it's a global transactions.
what was the point of Bitcoin at the beginning? Was to be cash, right? Global cash.
Yeah,
Then it,
global
it, it
cash.
became into something else, right? Now it became more of a store of value because people, they believe in it, it's older and whatnot, and it's safe. Um, but this, I think, if you want to actually go for e-cash, this is the closest thing, right?
Yeah, that's
It's
what
the bet, and it's better
it's
than
the
when you look at it for the cash purpose for
yeah
exchange.
yeah.
It's actually it's better technology.
It's one of the best networks out there.
Yeah, I
It's
believe so.
yeah. I mean, 3 to 5 seconds, digital exchanges. I can pay this person, do this, send it to this bank, do this. Oh, I want euros, no problem. I buy some XRP with my Canadian dollars, then transfer it into euros. I got euros now. It takes this is where the world should be heading, where you can just do this from your home instead of having to. Oh, I'm gonna go now and find an exchange office. Oh my God, it's almost like barbaric times.
It is barbaric, and when you think about it, it is. And and the other thing is that you have to trust. It's all about trust, right? So an
Yeah,
exchange between two people. What was
yeah,
it before? It was gold,
yeah,
whatever. It was cattle, whatever it was before.
yeah, yeah.
Clay. But you have to trust that the piece of paper or whatnot that you're giving the other person is actually correct. Okay.
Yes,
So the XRP Ripple thing, if you're not using the XRP token, you're
yeah,
you're you're doing it the old-fashioned way, which is trust. You have to trust that from one transaction to the other, there's going to be it's going to work, right?
yeah,
Well, that's why they brought in the XRP token because it takes away the element of you don't need trust anymore, right?
yeah.
Because you got the token to take over the trust.
That's right. Yeah, and their validation
That's
process
the whole point of the
is
XRP
efficient.
token,
Yeah,
right?
that's right. Smart.
It is smart, but is that the way that it's going to happen after the case, or is the government going to say, "Listen, your technology, we like it"? What's going to happen? I mean, because the ramifications are too big. I know it's a court system. I know that the court is independent from government, but So sorry, I have a cough.
Yeah, I know you do.
But I don't know. This is huge, man. This is pretty big. This is
Yeah.
really really big.
It is
Yeah.
big. It's much bigger than what I thought. I didn't really understand it until we knew that we are going to be talking about this a little bit, and you were sending me some stuff, and I started reading some stuff, and I was going, "Oh, wait a minute! I didn't understand this at all, like at all." And that's why I never talk about cryptos because you're the guy, and I like to learn and understand and educate myself and stuff like that as we go along. But I can understand the elements that there's too much at play here. There's a Swift system. I mean, imagine now everybody can use. There's 100 billion pre-mined tokens. Doesn't mean it's all out there and stuff like that. But I mean, imagine this system were to be able to. It did become global, right? That means that any government, any person from around the world, wherever Ripple, is able to exist, I mean, you can transact anything. So one government transacting for oil to another government, there's no way of saying, "Oh well, we're going to sanction you and take you off the SWIFT system," because how are you going to do that? You can't. You know what I mean? It's like there's so much at play here. there's a lot of risk.
Unless the government says, listen, you can do this, but you have to use US dollar. But how is that going to happen? How is that going to work?
Oh,
You
wow.
know, what if that part of, I'm just speculating here, people. I mean,
No, but
but
that's good. That's what the show is all about, because
yeah,
how do you make good let's say if we're talking about stocks. First of all, I'll never just read the headline of anything. Read the whole article right to the end, because the headline will just trick you into thinking getting out of a stock or whatever, just a scare. And then next thing doom and gloom, and then you get to that like just before last paragraph of like two
yeah.
lines, and it had nothing to do with the headline. It's just that the headline, it was just it's all the little pieces inside a story. And speculating is a great too, because we have to be able to speculate in order to say, okay, well, where do I think something is going to go to at the same time? So it's a little piece of everything that makes up a puzzle, and then you have you see the puzzle, what it is behind you at the end after all of that, to make a good decision. But imagine if somehow, some way, if they did use the US dollar, now you got a whole global digital a system that's in place, 3 to 5 seconds. You have a US dollar that's inside there, and then all of a sudden now you got your American, because we have like the BRICS, that's trying to take on the US dollar and all these kind of things. But if you got this, now you boom, bang, you send up this in 2 seconds. There's a whole new system out there, digital currency, US dollar. It's global. Transactions are easy, super efficient. Um, yeah, that's that. I mean, look, we're speculating once again. It was just trying to figure out, because we all know that eventually we're not going to have hard cash. Eventually, that's going to disappear.
It's not even going to be the dollar anymore. It's not even going to be US dollar. That's the thing. So forget about US dollar. What about Fed coin? So that's the big thing, right? So I'm speculating again. I think that the government, they don't want the XRP token. I think what they want is, and I don't think the Ripple people that much want it. I think they just want their system to work. I'm speculating again,
Yeah,
but I'm just saying, what if they go, listen, this is your technology, this is your company. You're gonna, instead of using the XRP token, you're gonna use the new Fed coin, right?
yeah.
That's something that could very well happen. And if that's the case, then Ripple Labs goes up, but the XRP token goes down, right? Because you don't need it
Yes,
anymore.
okay, that's right. So you see, that's another thing too, because Ripple network becomes important more than the coin itself.
Yeah, I think it's been like that since day one.
See, and
I think
that's
it's been
that's
like that since
that's
day
the
one.
that's the issue, I think, here, right? That's the issue.
Well, that's why that's why I put a little bit of stock slash coin in it. But
Yeah, me too. I bought some
but if ever,
stock
whatever
slash
happens,
coin.
happens, right? It's good to be to have a bit of at least one foot into the game.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
But it's not a sure case that, because we don't, how courts are. You never know how it's gonna happen. You you
No,
you,
you
think,
never
you
know.
you get there, you think it's gonna happen this way, and it's not gonna happen this way.
Oh, that's right.
Never
And how
know.
about out of court settlements? Out of
That's
court,
I think that's the most likely thing, actually.
yeah. Again, that doesn't set any precedent.
Yeah.
Out of court settlements doesn't set any precedents, because they're
But
usually
it's been going on for so long that I think, though, the day by day, though, the out of court settlement thing is starting to go out the window, because
well,
it's been
we'll have to
going
see.
on for so long.
We'll have to see, but it's definitely something we should discuss a little bit more in depth about and get more into, and maybe just to go over a little something. So the Ripple is a network, XRP is the coin of that network, and the Ripple network can also work to do their own transactions and stuff
Yeah.
like that. So
Yeah.
it's very interesting. We should keep this in mind, and anyone that's interested in any cryptocurrencies, or looking for the new things of the future and stuff like that when it comes to digital exchanges and stuff like that, I think Ripple is very interesting to look at.
Very interesting. But right now, the talk of the town is the whole merge with the Ethereum. That's the big thing of September coming up.
For the merge with Ripple and Ethereum.
Just Ethereum. Forget about Ripple. That's the next big thing. September. It could be in our next conversation, or
Okay, well,
it's
we'll
coming
keep
right
that.
up.
We'll keep that. We'll keep it, because now you got
That's
me
that's the big
curious.
thing. That's
So
the big
that's
thing.
okay. So for next Monday,
Yeah.
That's where I'll see you next Monday. We'll talk about that next Monday. All right. You know what, Al? Thanks a lot for being here again today. So that's Between Plays Crypto with Alex. And I'll see you next time, man. Thanks a lot for
Okay.
coming here. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Between Plays Stock Market Strategies. Hit the like and the subscribe button. Head off into our description below if you'd like to know where all of our social media links are, and also the podcast, whether it be Apple or Spotify. We will be doing interviews with CEOs, with analysts, and it's not only on the stock market itself, but also on cryptocurrencies and blockchains. We will have guest speakers. We will be doing panels. You will be able to enjoy a lot of different content. Have a great day, and always remember, research, prepare, plan, execute. Stay strong.